You're such an asshole.
AssholeConsulting.com. Go there if you have questions. The old captain will answer it if you pay me. Once again, you millennial cunts, you're all like, can you answer this one for free? No. You only confirmed that I should be duping people out of their money. Yeah, it's free now, but you pay later. I just should have stayed in the bank and maybe become a lawyer. Anyway, young man writes, I'm a middle-aged dilettante coming off of an extended period of inactivity and trying to identify school and work options to fill time and for mental stimulation. I'm financially secure, so I'm not asking any of those questions from a financial perspective, although maximizing income and minimizing expense within these parameters is desirable. I transitioned from office work, a lawyer, to global wanderer in 2011, and now I'm looking to settle down while I get some sort of intellectual stimulation and engage in something productive. I'm trying to avoid wasting time applying or trying things that are not open to people of my age, 38, and experience. All right, so the military is about the only thing that's not available to you. Don't believe this bullshit. Look, the baby boomers are just like the whiny crying, oh, minorities, oh, we're oppressed, oh. Except they call it ageism. Stop it. No, we don't complain about ageism here. That does not happen. All right, we don't blame our race, we don't blame our heights, we don't blame our mental disorders that we do or do not have, we don't blame our alcoholism, we don't blame the color of our skin, we don't blame our vag or schlong, and we certainly do not blame our age, because we don't control those things. You either accept it and do your best or not. As you seem to follow the trades and education, I'm hoping you could help me narrow my options so I don't waste a lot of time trying to transition. Although my natural ability is math, I studied the social sciences, economics as an undergrad, then law school and a master's, and accounting while I was working. I spent over a decade with law firms, wow, basically being well paid to live overseas and do almost no work. I want that job. I saved most of my income during this time. After being laid off in 2011, I split my time between Germany, Ukraine, Japan, and Colorado, mainly just lounging about. I sent over 1,000 applications for legal jobs online, but received only a few interviews, all unsuccessful. I tried several entrepreneurial ventures with former colleagues and clients, again unsuccessful. Yeah, don't ever, no, you never take on a business partner. Read that, you can get it in Bachelor Pad Economics, but I have a video, you never take on a business partner. I'm not interested in trying to get legal clients online. I tried that with my last firm and had far more resources than I would have on my own and was entirely unsuccessful. I don't even know if I would be eligible to become qualified as an accountant since my degree, Master of Science in Accounting and Finance, is from the UK. Well, I mean, I presume so. Then take UK clients. It's all online now. I mean, it doesn't matter. Sovereignty is becoming less and less important. And it doesn't really interest me. Teaching English also doesn't interest me, and at least in Japan, such jobs generally require an education degree and experience. As I said, I'll be working on my German and Japanese this year before returning to the USA. The idea is to get far enough along that I can study them on my own for amusement and retirement. I will explore employment options in both places before returning to the United States, but I've already covered both areas thoroughly with applications. To keep busy, God almighty, how fucking is it? Oh, then that's the rest of the emails that we had. All right, I was about to say, maybe you're not getting hired because your cover pages are 80 pages long. To keep busy, I would like to apply to do a master's program when I get back next fall. I apply to a state school where I qualify for in-state tuition, so fees are not as outrageous. I don't expect to be accepted because of my age. Well, okay, fuck you then. Yeah, okay, don't try because of your age. You're 38, fucking life is over. You're right, because nothing cool happened to me after 38. The past 3 years of my life has totally sucked dick. Because I won't have academic references because of the decades plus since I've studied, but want to cross this off as an option. Look, dude, they will be happy to have you take a master's class, okay? Because they want your money. There will be no, they for once in a lifetime, leftists are truly not racist. They don't care about color. They just care about the color green. That's so you will be able to get into whatever master's program, unless it's like a real legitimate one like MIT. Then there might be a selection process. But if you just want to go for social sciences, they'll gladly take you because they need the monies. I'll probably apply to an economics program, but I'm also considering architecture, statistics, or engineering since I like the idea of something quantitative and or with a practical application. I looked briefly at trade school, but it seems most trades require an apprenticeship, which I would be unlikely to get because of my strange background and age. I expect my interest in trades will be satisfied if I buy and maintain my own retirement home, but would like to develop practical skills after my years as an office worker. I will also apply to the Navy JAG. Okay, there you go. Since it seems like relatively interesting work, but they hire almost no experienced lawyers, especially not finance lawyers. So it's just, again, mainly just something to cross off as an option. Assuming my employment and academic applications are all rejected, I plan to retire to rural Colorado. Backup plan to move overseas in the event of a Hillary win. And pursue various hobbies starting next year. I sometimes do small legal projects for various contacts I have made over my career, but don't expect it to generate significant income, although it will probably cover a large percent of my expenses. Yeah, dude, do that. There's no reason. Look, you spend all that time and money in becoming an accountant and a lawyer. At least keep your credentials up and your skills fresh. Absolutely, because that's always your fallback position to have in case you actually do have to go back to work. I have around $700,000 saved in investments that have generated enough income to cover my expenses over the last 5 years. I generally consider myself a minimalist, rent studio apartments, only own one car in my life, but my extensive traveling over the past 5 years has resulted in higher expenses than I would have had I settled in Colorado. I expect to easily cover my expenses with investment income, so I don't need to work if I don't like the job role. I don't have any family or debts or plans to acquire either. I don't have any particular goals that I haven't already pursued. I am mainly just looking to stay occupied and avoid premature senility while not missing out on attempting things that sound interesting before hitting 40. Because after 40, your life is over. Just to let you know, the past year really just hasn't existed for me either. Because it's after 40, it's dead. I'm surprised I'm here talking to you right now, that the lights are still on and I'm 40. Because Lord knows, like, it's over. It's Shitsville after 40. I think I got more blowjobs per month in my 40s than I did. But now, 40 suck, man. 40 suck. If you have any ideas of things listed above that aren't worth pursuing based on my age, let me know. I'm not looking for financial advice. Okay, here, and then blah, blah, blah. Okay, look. Stop being a whiny fucking cunt and pussy about your age. It's sickening. It drives me fucking nuts. I would not like to have a beer with you. I don't care if you're in Colorado. I am not going to check in on you to see how you're doing. Because you're such a fucking, well, it's my age. Okay, fine, yeah, it's your fucking age. I don't care anymore. Alright? But that doesn't solve the problem of what you're going to do. You're just like, I'll try it, but I'll fail. I'll try it, but I fail. But you're like a MGTOW now, or a Virgin-tow, I should say. So, and here's the thing, I can't really answer what you can and can't do. I can tell you what not to do. I can tell you not to go into corporate law. I can tell you not to go into corporate banking. I can tell you not to go work for the big six. I could tell you to pursue entrepreneurship. Maybe give you a shot at the JAG, but if you're going to go in there, well, you probably won't hire me. Yeah, they probably won't, because you're a whiny, self-pitying cunt. So knock that fucking shit off. And that's the best advice I can give you right now out of all the advice I'm about to give you. But basically, you've also been traveling your entire time. Your employment was not traditional. You've had a lot of leeway and a lot of free reign over your own day. And that's become ingrained in you, and that's not going to go away anytime soon. So you're unlikely to go and work a regular 9 to 5. I don't think you'll be able to tolerate the corporate executive thing. I don't think you'd be able to go back into law, but I would open up your accounting and law shop, Bill's Accounting and Law. There you go. That's something to do and keep you occupied, keep your skills fresh. Because right now, here's what I'm worried about. You think, I've made it. I got $700,000. I'm clear. Oh yeah, what if Hillary gets elected and your $700,000 goes away or it's taxed away? They do a wealth tax. Don't get comfy. Do not get comfy. What was it? Chris Beckloff had a guy, a Gen Xer. He's coming from a broken home. I don't believe in security. There is no security. I don't have any faith in any one of my sources of income. I don't trust it. I will trust it when all my assets are paid off and these things are under my command and I can control how much they make, and I'm certainly sure that they will. Then I'll start to get a little bit comfy. But just because you got $700,000, that doesn't mean jack shit. Right? So I would always have a skill or a backup plan. So that will give you something at minimum to do. Some kind of entrepreneurial venture. As for what to study, you could go into economics. Certainly, that's interesting. You don't need the money. You could go into engineering. That would be a good backup plan B. You could maybe kind of combine them and do both a little econometrics, big data, maybe go with a programming, computer modeling route. But what I would frankly do, since you want to, if you're going to be a minimalist, you're not going to have kids, you're not going to have a family, why work that hard? You know what? You have your master's. I go find some shitty-ass 2-year college and go become a professor. I become an adjunct teacher. I go teach, man. That's really what I would do. Because if you don't need the money, you don't give a shit, you have your master's in accounting and law. You could probably go and teach. They really don't care, at least the school I was teaching. And we're not talking you're going to be teaching in Harvard, by the way. But with a master's, you could go to your local community college or your local for-profit college. You get paid your $20 an hour to teach part-time. It gets you out. It gives you something to do. You can inspire young minds. You can prevent them from fucking up like you did. Actually, you didn't fuck up. You're doing quite well. You could help them be successful. You could prevent them from fucking up like I did. But that's what I would be doing. I'd be looking at the academic route. Engineers, accounting, lawyers, doctors, surgeons. What else? Programmers, railroad workers, tradesmen. Those are people who all have responsibilities, who got families, and have debts. You don't have that. You have the enviable position of taking cushy jobs. So I would go work in academia. I'd become a professor. So maybe get your master's in economics if you need it. Maybe get a doctorate. I mean, isn't a JD technically a doctorate? I mean, you should be able to teach some places. Go teach. Either here or overseas, wherever. That's where I would be kind of putting my focus and effort. And you'll always, here's the other thing, none of your plans are going to be like set in stone, because you don't need them to be. You don't have to invest that much. Like, you could teach for a little bit, you're going to get bored with that, I'm going to go over here. You find this great school you teach at, but you get tired of the tongue. I'm going to go over here. Now you're in Japan, you're teaching economics. There's Abe, and he says, hey, should I do my more Keynesian thing? And say, sure, suck King's dick some more. And then you're bored with that shit, and then you go over there. You're going to become a life wanderer because you can, and you'll get bored, and you need the intellectual stimulation. But teaching will give it to you. I did thoroughly enjoy teaching economics. Dance class was all right as long as the chicks were hot. Then when the chicks became fat, middle-aged sows, then it became a pain in the ass. But teaching economics was really cool because you could actually intellectually stimulate these kids and help them out. So I would do that. Maybe even get your doctorate in economics, and then Lord knows, all of a sudden you're sitting on like the Federal Reserve Board, and you're like, what? Oh fuck, I have to do real work now? Shit. So yeah, get rid of the fucking woe is me attitude about being old. Apply for the JAG, but then I would, finish your travel, get that out, your original plan of like trying all these different things, go ahead and do it. But if you keep getting rejected, I'd go the route of academia and then be one of the not losers teaching the kids. All right, best of luck to you. Toodles.